Let me step in here. I went ahead. Good thing I didn't go down to the local coffee shop and grab a cup of joe. So I was cleaning up and messing around downstairs for a minute, and then I came up here to take a peek right before I left and realized that it's time to go. Time to wipe. And if there's any bit of good advice about grouting, and about life in general, there's so many applications for this quote. The first wipe is the most important. You don't want solids on the surface, because if they dry on the surface, oh Lord, it's hard to get off. So everything from this point forward will just be at least two more wipe downs with clean water and a sponge, and then I'll hit it with a towel and I'll be done. Pretty cool. So I went ahead and mixed up the grout for the lower large bath. Bucket of clean water and a couple sponges. I'm not going to bore you with the details, but I'm going to still use a grout bag. Kind of the same deal that went upstairs, and I'll show you just the steps. I don't need to bore you with all the details. And here's the downstairs bath. The first viewing of the grout. This stuff actually dried quicker than upstairs. I'm not sure what the deal is, but I'm not going to be able to have any downtime to make any grout poopies. Although this isn't quite poopy color. If you're pooping this color, you got issues. And there you go. After the very critical first wipe, we look pretty dang good. Actually wiped up easier than I thought it would. This is a polished tile. Unlike the one upstairs that had a texture, kind of a pop to it. This stuff's polished and it cleaned up pretty easy. Okay, we'll let this dry out. A couple wipe downs with some clean water, buff it with a towel, and I'm going to call it a day. It's lunchtime now, so I'm going to go sit down, have a bite to eat, because these subsequent wipings aren't nearly as critical. So it's coming up on 5 o'clock. It's been an 8-hour day today. This is the downstairs bath. This one, the lighter grout is kind of easier to get rid of, and this is while it's not a polished tile, it's not a porous tile like upstairs. So one wiping with sponge and cool, clean water, and then I buff it with a towel and we're done. This is all the grout, extra grout is off. And when it dries completely, it'll actually be very similar to right there. So he kind of didn't even want to see grout lines on this. He wanted it as one continuous floor. So I think that's what he's ultimately going to get once this grout fully dries and the dark lines come off. Focus. Yeah, awesome. Here's the upstairs. Still a little wet from my last wipe down with a sponge. As I mentioned, this is a pretty porous tile, and the dark grout really is kind of a pain in the butt to clean. So this one has had four clean water washings with the sponge, and I think I'm ready to towel it. I got almost all of it done. So I'm going to hit it with a towel now, and then come in tomorrow and seal all the grout lines and everything. We'll let these heaters run for a while longer. There we are. Before we go, there's my Klansman starter kit. Before we go, we'll check out my little stage props. I'm going to leave them here in the corner and let them dry out. Non-sanded grout and a plastic grocery bag with a little slit cut in it. Silly. We'll see where those pop up. Maybe those will show up in a video or something when I have them planted somewhere. You never know. So it's about 5:30 on Friday. I don't have that much stuff to clean up tonight. Here's my chopping station, my cutting station, and all the millwork I bought today didn't come primed. The baseboards are actually 2 parts, so I could build it up to what it needed to be. There's the base block, and then there's this trim here that sets on top of the base block. And that's how I can replicate the current baseboard is 2 pieces. So let's go up and take a look, see what I've done. There's a pan down with the chair rail. I don't know if I got that in or not. Chair rail, although it's a hell of a high chair rail. Yeah, sure. Okay, downstairs. So here's how the upstairs bathroom trimmed out. I put down baseboard today. I sealed the grout. Things are a little dusty, as you can tell, and I am not in the mood to clean the floor again. The painters were sanding their drywall stuff and they made a mess. But that's cool. They'll clean it up. So that's how that all played out. These inner pieces, as you can see, are still loose. These guys are still loose. Because I'm not sure how the tile's going to play out on the leading edge of this shower pan, so I didn't nail those down yet. I just mitered them and left them there, and I'll trim them to fit after the tile in the shower goes on, which hopefully will be next week. So there you go. Upstairs bathroom. So I'm going to go do a hot lap around this place and make sure the painters closed all the windows and turned off all the lights, and then we'll go downstairs. And the downstairs bathroom. Got all the baseboard put in here, sealed the grout. Grouto one tub drain. Get that shower tiled out next week is the plan. Behind the dough. Alright, thanks for watching. If you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe, please. And that's it. Thanks for watching.